Hello, today we are going to discuss about lists and see how to use them. So let's start. Okay, so here I have a sample program that says that we'll have a title of list, we'll have a h1 of lists, we'll have a h2 of a what are lists, we'll get the answer after we discuss and we'll put it here. Then we'll use list. Okay. So this is today's topic, right? So let's run this in the browser. Save it. Let's run it. So here the browser results are there, and yeah, it's working properly. So okay, now I'm just gonna do that. So let's use a list. First, let's understand what are lists. So lists are something that we use like to show a person in ordered or unordered way. Here's an example which I'll write in a comment because we don't want it to come there. So over here I'll give you an example. So 1 dot number, 2 dot number, like that. And there's also on unordered list which will be with bullets which I can't show, so but we will see when we see it in the browser. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. Now let's gonna get some. I'm gonna just paste the answer over here. Okay, so I pasted the answer right over here, and here you can see the answer. Lists are used to make a list. So a list is a group of items that are under each other. There are many types of lists. The main ones are ordered and list and bulleted list. So ordered list I just showed you, and bulleted list I couldn't show you. So yeah. Now let's use a list. So okay, let's understand the parts of a list. First we have to define what kind of list it's gonna be. We can define as it's an ordered list or an unordered list. Let's see an example with an ordered and an unordered list. So let's put it on. So now I'm just going to paste some code, and that code I'll make you understand, and then we write our own list. Okay, so I've pasted the list right over here, and this is code. Okay, so you can write it any way you want. I'm writing it by pressing enter so that it gets some space. So here okay, let's go step by step. This is just going to set a label, which is this. We can also use a paragraph tag. We'll use a label tag. So label tag we had learned in this forms, like sign form, and in the last video which was forms. Okay, over here as I had told you that ordered list, we have to define how an ordered list will be. So over here we have an ordered list, and that's what OL stands for. Then let's write it here. So let's put a comment. Okay, so this is ordered, and these are list items. So LI stands for list item. This tells the browser, okay, this is number 1 list item, another list item, another list item, and another list item. Okay, and this has to be closed with the OL close tag, and this also has to be closed. Then these also have to be closed. You can also type them something like this, but I'm going to type it like this. So LI stands for list item. Every time you make an item, you will have to define this. Let's go down to the unordered list. Now we have the unordered list right over here. Okay, so you might have guessed this is UL, which stands for unordered list. Let's do that. And unordered list is almost same thing as bulleted list. Just the difference is the computer won't understand what is bulleted and what is unordered. So it only understands what is unordered, bulleted or unordered. Okay, so these both things are same, bulleted or unordered. and in computer lists, in HTML lists. Now we have list item again, like list items over here, and it's almost the same thing. So now we have understood how to make lists. Let's make our own list. So I'm just gonna delete all this. Okay, so I've deleted all this. Let's make an ordered list. Okay, we'll make an ordered list, and we have also seen how they make. We'll make a very small list which consists of only one, and then we'll see that it works actually. So let's put it OL, and here you can see that OL comes up. So over here. Then let's make a list item. Let's make another. So we'll just make one list item because this is going to be a very short list. And you don't actually have to say that what this is number 1 and this is number 2. That it will automatically do. We'll just type number 1. Save it. And let's run it. Here the answer is there. And here you can see that it automatically becomes like a 1 automatically comes, even though in the code right over here we didn't type number 1, like 1 dot over there. Okay, so yeah, and one more thing is that, let me just show you that. So one more thing is, if I just copy this, paste this right over here, make this number 2, save it. Let's go back, reload it. Yeah, so these two things come and it automatically does it for us. But if we actually do, let's interchange them so that they actually come. Number 2 comes before number 1. And let's go back to the browser. Let's refresh it. And here you can see number 2. What HTML does is it automatically makes it to number 1. So yeah, it's working, and that's what the HTML does. Now let's create a bulleted list. So let's delete all this. Now let's create a bulleted list, which is UL, then LI, and this we actually don't need to type anything. We just type number 1, and we don't even have. There are no like tricks for this because there is only, it's going to be bulleted, so there won't be anything. And here I have opened it in the browser. It's like this. So yeah, and let's just, yeah, so let's see, and here you can see that it's all like. So today we have seen that what are bulleted lists and what are unordered lists and what we can do with them, and they are used for many things. You can use them and they are very useful. So we have learned for today and we are done for today.